I'm Rob Suchetto. I am the zombie guy. You were in the studio with me, and we're drawing. We're not news to me, but we're live, and you guys get to see my sort of process here. In the studio, watching me draw a thing from top to bottom. So this is Siren Head, as if you didn't know, or as if the title of this video didn't tip you off. In fact, the title isn't on there yet, but will be tomorrow. But in any case, yeah, this is Siren Head, and he looks a little different. I put him in a different kind of stance. And than his usual, like, tall, gaunt sort of thing. I put him in a different stance, which I like. It takes up more of the page. It's very, it has a lot of very interesting characteristics, because I tried to make him zombie too. And one of the things with this, is there are a lot of versions of it. Like, there's ones with two sort of prong siren towers, and there's 3 sirens, and all of that stuff. So, like so many other things these days, I find there's no, like, concrete, like, version you can go to find out what the character looks like, for real, unless the author of the story. The one thing I regret doing is not being able to research this before drawing, but I kind of get the gist of it. I just don't know the details. Like, it seems like a creepypasta to me, but I also really dig the fact that it could be like a cryptid, in which it's also been sort of referenced as. So yeah, I kind of dig that. I kind of dig the cryptid angle. It's really cool because you can explain it. You can kind of explain it. This creature sort of, became sentient. Maybe it was like a plant or a fungus of some kind at one point, and it became sentient, and it, sort of, realized how to lure its prey, like with this sort of, get up with this gimmick, right? With the sirens. Like, I find that so cool. I find that really cool. So, kudos to the inventor. And, yeah, he's a Canadian chap. I believe too. Yes, he is. In fact, that much I do know. With the, again, very sparse research or anything on the character, not having time to, not enough time to, But I like I said, I kind of get the gist of it. I could go organic with these things more. Maybe I will in the inking, who knows? But for now, because again, I've seen that too. I've seen that, like, it's very organic instead of like, oh yeah, it looks like a couple sirens put on there. You know what I mean? Looks like sirens, but very much more organic. So I'm making them look a bit like real sirens for now, but that could change in the inking. Yeah, so I think it's a cool character, man. Like, think outside the box. That it's very weird, It's very weird, but explainable, and I love that. I love that angle of it, So yeah, we're doing Siren Head zombie version, and we're live at the studio. I'm the zombie guy, Rob Suchetto. How you doing? How was your week? I had another doozy this week. Man, haven't even had time to relax from the con last weekend. And then not this weekend, but the weekend after, I've got UltraCon here in Sudbury at the Radisson Hotel. Yeah, details to follow, but that's happening. So, proper con, man, proper con. Yeah, it's a proper con, man, and it's coming not this weekend, but next. So watch out for that. Oh, you know what? I haven't even checked the chat. Is the chat live? The chat's live. All right, good. Please use keyframes. Okay, there might be some buffering, guys. I hope it doesn't affect your viewing pleasure of tonight's drawing session. So here we are in the studio. I'm Rob Cicetto, the zombie guy. We're drawing Siren Head as a zombie. He's basically a very, very close to zombie frame and texture. He's just more monstrous. Like, he's got way bigger hands, feet. He's definitely, either from another dimension. He's either from another dimension or has evolved that way, or it could be like a spirit too. Again, I don't know the lore, man. I'm just making this stuff up. But either way, like, that's how I'm kind of taking it. That he's that kind of zombie is what I'm kind of doing. I'm not trying to make him a toxic waste type zombie. So I think this type of zombie, the sort of like Wendigo. Somebody said I had to edit Wendigo from something. Am I dreaming, or did that happen? Yeah, man. I don't know now. I'm all confussed. Wendigo. I thought that was an editing prompt or something. I could be mistaken. Yeah, what a week, guys. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys had a great week. We're Friday night once more. And yes, of course, we are in the studio together doing kind of a different, like I said, kind of a different stance. For the creature, usually he's standing really tall, but I find this creepy too. Plus, you get to kind of see more of him, And this, by the way, was not worked out on the page. I worked it out elsewhere using drawings I did from online, that just reference I found, and this rough. So this was kind of this was the rough. I'm like working on the rough. Yeah, I can't stop working. Yeah. So this is the rough, and now that I see this, I kind of like want to emphasize. Yeah, I want to emphasize this, and then cut back on that. Yeah. There. Yeah, I like that better. I like that better. Maybe this. Yeah, and then that thick holding line later on. Yeah, and I think this has to go because it. Yeah. See, man, this is the thing. You work all this stuff out, and it's like, okay, that's got to go. It's messing up the flow. Yeah. More back, shall we say, spinal column in the. Oh my god, that's good. Oh, yeah. All right. Coffee tonight too. I must say. I must admit. Man, I've been drawing a lot lately, gang. I've been drawing a lot lately. Oh man, I've been hitting some weird requests, man. I cannot wait to share them with you. They are wacky and weird. Yeah, stick of butter, man. Butter squishy, man. Unfrozen caveman lawyer. Uh, this this logo. This logo, I can't remember what it is, but yeah, I think it's a Spanish foot soccer team, maybe. Yeah, but yeah, zombie, ant lion zombie, and so many. What do you call them? Pinups. Yeah, so on still. Added six more to the. I added six more to the total. I think it's at about 302 now. I think it's at 302 that I've done in the Pokemon series. So yeah, I've got a bunch on the go. Like there's maybe 20 there or so. I'll be working on them at next week's con. UltraCon here in Sudbury. So man, I'm super busy. I'm super fly, y'all. I'm super busy with doing the zombies. Doing the zombies. Oh man, there's so many more. There's more of these. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff on the go. So now Siren Head though. So yeah, this was the rough. This was the rough. And now I'm looking at it and kind of going, yeah, I should simplify, man. You know, simplify. Like you got to put up those big areas where it's like, oh, that's probably the shoulder blade or whatever. You got to like pump them up a bit. Yeah, reveal them. And there's like little weird step things in his back too. They're like staples. Like if you've ever been around old like hydro poles, like super old stuff, yeah, they have those little, well, yeah, I guess even modern ones do too. I don't know. I think they just use the cherry pickers now to like, they don't like physically go up. I don't know. But yeah, they have the little L-shaped things where you can put your feet and hands and they go up the poles like that. So yeah, I kind of put in some of those, which again are macabre. That's what I find this thing is, very macabre. You know, so putting those little footy things is kind of weird and a nice aesthetic touch too. You know, yeah, they're like little barbs, barb, barbs. They're like barbs. Okay, what do we got here? All right, here we go. We're heading into overdrive with this, soon to be inked after I get some nice gray washes on there. And again, the color is basically like it's trying to camouflage itself, right? So it's whatever kind of color the forest or whatever is, that it sort of inhabits. And like the road areas where these sirens maybe are. No, I don't know. Actually, those are probably within the forest more. Yeah. So yeah, lost hikers, man. Like lost hikers come across that, hear it, beckoning. See, again, I have no idea what the lore is of this. I'm just making this stuff up. If it is that, then cool. If it isn't, then that's another, sort of idea for it or whatever that it could be. Just speculating. Yeah. So there we go. I wanna cut this out here because I like that. I like that definite line in there, and then that sort of roundish shape. Just breaks things up and adds kind of like a focal point. Drawing some other vertebranes. They're just sort of bumps protruding from the flesh. Looks like beef jerky, man. But that's cool. Like, that's a great texture. Like that, that's a great texture if it is. Kind of looks like it. It's all super, super mummified, almost emaciated and dried up, Um, but then by that rationale, super tough because, it takes a lot to get through a hide like that, right? And again, like this is kind of like a kaiju too, right? So I'm kind of tempted to make the sirens a wee more organic. Kind of looks like Biolante from Godzilla vs. Biolante. That was a really cool Godzilla, like a kaiju villain or whatever, however you want to classify it. It battled Godzilla, so it's bad. He's my boy. He's my boy. He's my boy. He's my boy. But check that. Chat, K. There we go. You're in the studio with Rob Sachetto, the zombie guy. I zombify everything on Earth. Biggest zombie collection in the world. Without any doubt whatsoever. Yeah, it's all zombie all the time here in the studio. And I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. Yeah. It's my 20th year since I invented zombie portraits. Yeah, man. It's been a lovely 20, man. And I hope to continue. I love my work. I love my fans, man. What can I say? Like, I'm honored to be among your favorite artists, or at least, yeah. Like, I mean, that's what I'm hearing people say, and I just I love that. It's wonderful, Had a young man come over to my table at YetiCon and say, "Oh my God, I had your zombie handbook when I was in ninth grade," or he was 9. I can't remember which now, but he's like, I just love the art, and that one female zombie was like super hot and everything, and I'm like, wow, that's so awesome. Like him and his friends would like look at that like that hot zombie chick, man. It was so like funny. He's like, yeah, it was like such a part of my childhood, and I'm like, I'm just blown away at that kind of stuff, So yeah, it's so wonderful going to cons and people want to take pictures with me and stuff, and I just love that, man. I love that connection, love connection. No, but I love that, connecting to people through art like that. It's wonderful, it's wonderful, and you just you have a great time with your fans at conventions, as you get to kind of talk a bit and You know, yeah, it's great. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna use, yeah, because that's wonky, even by, or should I smash it down a bit? Okay, firsty, Kirsty. There. Yeah. Yeah. This, then this, then this. To make it look like I know what I'm doing. What's the plan, Indy? Plan. I'm making this up as I go along. It's true. It's true. I am. Even though I know what the character looks like, I'm still kind of, experimenting with the way I am kind of depicting him, So, yeah. That kind of action, man. I like that. I like the drippiness. I like the drippiness of it all. The driptation. Philip Candy, hey, how's it going, man? It seems like forever ago. How are you? I hope you're doing great. Welcome to the show, the broadcast. Yeah, I hope you're doing great. Hope you had a great week. Thanks for stopping in to get your daily dose of the undead, as I usually say on Zombie Daily. Gotta go to Zombie Daily, folks. The link is in the description below. Daily zombie art posted by me, with me. No AI, not even my little writings that I'm sure nobody reads. It's a blog, right? So I'll talk about the art or whatever. I know nobody reads it, but I do it anyway. Like, I'm programmed to do it. I've done it since the dawn of time. So I continue doing it by hand, and I'm a one finger typer guy. So that's a Herculean effort for me, man. Yeah. It's awful. No, and I write stories every, like, two to three stories every week as well, for another venture I do. So yeah, I'm a writer. I am a writer, though. I can't help it. I have to be a writer. Who else is gonna write for me? Yeah, like, nobody knows my characters like more than I do. And I know that could be a mega detriment, because you could get too. You can understand what's going on, but no one else can. But no, I'm very cognizant of that, and that's why it's taken so long to do the final sort of expert version, of this, of Cape Fear. Because I've done it already. I've done it once already, and I didn't like it. That's why I'm redoing everything. So, I read the script. The script was great. Art was great. But I don't know, man. I didn't think it was good enough, and now I'm doing it, like, in the best way possible. Oops. There. Not click. There. There we go. All right. Yes, so we are drawing Siren Head, which, again, I think is a very cool character, man. I don't know much of the lore. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to do a lot of research. I just found a good image. Actually, you know what? I found a good image, and then I just went, screw it. I'm gonna do my own, and this is the rough. You know, that's the rough. So I used the light table, did it on a nice piece of watercolor paper, and Bob's your uncle. It's time to almost ink. I mean, not ink, but do the wash. Do the wash. Yeah. Like, yeah, you know what? I could just do that right now. Just want to fill this out a little bit more. Yeah. Just a wee bit. Wee bit. Hope you guys are having a great evening. I hope I am a great transition to the weekend. Way to calm down and watch a dude just draw stuff. It's magic. Magic. Shadows. Yeah, man. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I think those sirens are pretty cool. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Gonna take this out though. I'm gonna take this out though. Yeah, I gotta take that out though. Put something else. Something else in there. No, I gotta take that out too. Simplify. Simplify, man. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks cool. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks cool. Yeah, I want to get that feeling of that it's going away, you know, that way. That away. What? Okay. Sorry, guys. There's an update happening there, so I have to kind of just. Yeah, there's a bit of buffering happening, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, I hope it's not. I hope it's not affecting too much. But I keep getting these like update things and stuff, and yeah, I can actually see and hear that it's affecting things. So I hope it's not buffering too much. Okay. All right. So we're ready to put the gray ink on. Ink on. And I had it pre-made. Nice neutral, fairly neutral gray. And I think really this creature too, being you know sort of an ambush predator, you know wants to blend in, and gonna give it earthy tones. Put this away. Oh, I need some more of this stuff though. Some more of these drugs. Oh yes. So you tell me, what do you think this is more of, a cryptid or a creepypasta? To me, it feels like a creepypasta, but I wish it were a cryptid. I think the cryptid angle is very cool. I think it's totally explainable too. Like I know it's absurd. Like I know and again, I don't know the lore, man. I don't know the lore. Everything I'm talking about, I'm just making up, just based on the way the thing looks. And yeah, that's basically it. And educated guess of supernatural, science fiction things, tropes, ideas, and things of that nature, right? So put that together, and it seems to me, if you ask me, most people do. It seems like a creepypasta. But I could be wrong. Like I said, I did not do enough research on this to know. Unfortunately, there was no time. No time. There was no time for real. And that's why but I do know the guy who invented it is Canadian. And, I- you know, I saw a couple of little articles and I'm like, I'm trying to think now. Was it supposed to be a cryptid? Or maybe that's what like a newspaper person deemed it in the article. I don't know. So again, I'm not sure. But I dig it. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I think the idea is cool. You know, Siren Head. Siren Head zombie. Siren Head zombie apocalypse. Really, guys, like I for sure, honestly, and absolutely do this when I'm when I'm just drawing by myself. Like I'll invent little sort of movies or like just promos or whatever out loud. You gotta do that, man. It helps. It helps when you're drawing. It helps the drawing. It's true. Gives it a reason, man. Gives it a reason, It's like backstory, you know. Gives it a reason. You feel sort of involved in it, right? You're right into it, so you're doing the noises and stuff. It's true, man. I do that from way back. Yeah, from way back. Yeah, Siren Head, man. Look at that. That looks wicked. Now that the positive spaces have been claimed with the gray, it looks much better. Those wires kind of uh, confuse the eye when they're close by, when it's unpainted. Yeah, it looks kind of like a body line or whatever because everything's kind of homogenous at that point. So yeah, it looks better when it's defined, of course. No surprise, but well, let's point out. Oh, see what's going on. What's going on? Philip Gandy in the house. My man, Philip Gandy. Love that. I love that name. I gotta use that in the story. Yeah. Okay. Back. Back to the future, baby. I'm gonna add a bit of coldness in there, a little bit, maybe. Yeah, a little bit more blue. So a bluer gray, and I like that, and I like that. I like that. Uh, Yeah, he's got like really crazy gnarly fingers, man. And I really like the way I drew those. I really like the way they, originally look on, in the art of the creature. That I guess it's the creator's art. Um, yeah, again, I don't know. I really got to do some research on this character because I do find it fascinating. I do find it fascinating, Captain. I do find it fascinating. You know, fascinating. Yeah, great. That's good. That's good. I put this in there. There. Add some of that. Um, hey y'all, if you're finding there's any problems with the okay, that looks like it fixed itself. Go fix yourself. I hope that stays fixed. I hope that stays fixed. Yeah. um. Um. Yeah, but if there is any problems with the audio or video, please let me know. Uh, in the meantime, we're going to continue painting. And again, I really like those those sort of foot stirrup things. Uh, I don't know if they're in any of the art that I saw. I don't know. It just seems natural to me that they would be, you know, on there. They must be. That's not my. That's just not my invention. They must be on there. Somewhere on his body. Yeah, those look cool. Somewhere on his body. Free John Gotti. What? What? That's from House of Pain, man. In case you were wondering where that old man outburst came from. There. 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 Yeah, it's coming along pretty nicely. I think. Yes. Yeah. I think it looks really cool. I think it looks cool. Yeah, man. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Doing all we can. Um, yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's put some yellow in those teeth, and in there too. There. I believe that I will, for the next live, I will be doing a I think it's a Five Nights at Freddy's character, but I can't be certain. It's like the name is like Claptrap or something. It was a custom just ordered, and I was talking to the person who ordered it and said, if you'd like, if you're not in a hurry for it. However, there's a 3-day con happening next weekend, so until I know what the times are for the Friday, I'm going to say the live stream might be Thursday night instead of Friday night. So I might bump it up. But that's where we're at with that, and I'd like to I'd like to do it live. The person who ordered it said, yeah, that'd be great, you know, and I can wait for it, whatever. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And if he'd like, he can watch it, and the live, or if not, he can watch the making of it one day on the channel, you know, and after the live is done. So you can order those too if you'd like. Order any kind of zombie art you'd like from me, and you can request it to be live. I don't know if I can do it because of scheduling, but if you'd like to see it done live, I will at least try to put it on my Rob's Zombie Art Apocalypse channel video series, which is on the video channel. So you can go there and actually see a lot of the requests that I've gotten are posted there. If I videotaped, like if I did a video of them, they're there. They're like speed drawings. So check that out if you want to see. Maybe your suggestion is on there already. Yeah. So if you subscribe, you can suggest a character you'd like me to do, and I will, or in a Rob Zombie Art Apocalypse episode, or on Zombie Daily. So you might just see it on Zombie Daily, depending. Again, it's a lot of it has to do with scheduling and things like that. But I almost try to do everybody's request, like do a video of it. Some I haven't been able to, but almost everybody I try to. So you'll see it in some way, shape, or form, a video of me doing it, So yeah, I try to do that. Try to do that for the fans. Because I love the fans. You're my fans, man. Of course, I'm going to try to, do anything I can to, make you happy when you see something that you've requested, and entertain you guys with just drawing live and doing the speed drawing things, So yeah. So like I said, with this one, I used a rough, and I was able to do the good version on the watercolor paper, so there's no working lines. So it's very clean. I wanted it to be very clean, and I wanted to work it out first, because this time I was not using reference from my computer screen. I made this up myself. So I wanted to do as good a version as I could on my own, rather than trying to just draw what I'm kind of seeing on the screen. Which again, I do so for time. I do that because of time. I draw multiple things every day, right? So that's a perfect way to do it. It's going to be your interpretation anyway, no matter how close you are to drawing it, from a statue or a toy or somebody's computer generated version, or whatever is the best version that you can find for reference. You kind of sit there and do, but this time I just did the whole thing myself, based on the stuff that I saw, of course, based on the real Creepypasta or whatever cryptid it is. So yeah, but I like it. I think it really worked out. It has all of the hallmarks of Siren Head, and but it's in a different position, a different stance, rather than his usual standing sort of thing, So yes, but yeah, this was did parts of it too, that I got off the computer just for reference of real sirens, so I could manipulate them. Manipulate. Where's that? Where's that rush I just had? Yeah, where is it? Is it? No, that's not it, but I'll use that. That's not it, but I'll use that. What am I using it again for? What was I? What was I going? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the feet. Oh yeah, the feet. Yeah, nice earthier, an earthier tone. Yeah, yeah. There, earthier. Oh yeah, and the pole. Yeah, even the sirens themselves should have rust or ochres and things like that in there. Maybe a little bit of blue. Maybe a little bit of blue. And then wipe it in. Wipe it in and wipe it out. Yes. There. Good. 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 Yeah, that's a nice pizza right there. What do we got going on here? Oh, come on, man. All right. All right. There might be buffering, guys. I'm sorry if there is. I'm sorry if that occurs. Ochres? Yeah, some ochres. Making big areas in there, um, because I found I put too much detail in there and not enough structure. And yeah, I wanted to get the structure back because I didn't want to fake any kind of structure stuff with detail. That's the worst. You just don't do it. Yeah, like any artist can see through that immediately. And yeah, like I mean, you get to a point where you kind of go, I can't let that go. I can't let you go. So yeah, you gotta change. You gotta fix it. You gotta fix it. And I like the fact that these spines of a spinal cord are almost like, dare I say, Godzilla type spines. Don't do it. Yeah, but that's great. I like that. Now you can really, you can comprehend its girth or its midpoint, and thusly its girth. Girth. There. There. Can I get a hell yeah? There. Yeah, man. How about that? That's good. I like that. I like that. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye bye. I've got to okay, wait, one more little thing. I've got to let it sort of dry a bit. Um yeah, I want to get that tricep muscle kind of, well, at least the aesthetic of it in the shadow, in the shadow realm. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do is gussy up, gussy up those spines, gussy up those spines, boy. Gussy up those spines. Pines, eh? Okay. Just want to check. Yeah, it seems okay. I hope it's not buffering too much. Hope it's not buffering too much. All right, there we go. I'm gonna let that dry, and we will get back to it. It shouldn't take too long. Shouldn't take too long. It may. All right. I've had enough. Rob snaps on live TV, live broadcast, internet TV. What's the difference? It's all the same. All right. Oh no, blank art table. That can't happen. Ugh, look at this. There, phew. Had to get something in there, in the frame. Was I using this pen? With this pen, IV wed. IV dead. Get it? See what I did there? Zombie douche. Just gonna check that chat there. Okay. There we go. All right, we're back with Rob Sachetto, the zombie guy, drawing some zombie stuff in the studio. Adding more and more to the largest zombie art collection on planet Earth. I've been drawing zombies every day since 2008. Adding them to Zombie Daily. So check Zombie Daily out if you want to get lost in another creepypasta maze of nothing but undeath of every kind. I wonder what effect that would have on someone seeing that, like, constantly. So I've got, like, telephones on there that are zombified, like, just regular objects, everything. I wonder how that would affect somebody after a little while, just seeing that. Just scrolling through, like, nonstop zombies of every kind. Cartoons and everything. Like, would you start seeing that in daily life? I don't know, man. I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's do a study. So this is a color marker head zombie, or will be after I get the color marker on it. But I'm just doing the base now, which basically is completely ad libbed. Like, you know, I didn't use a pencil or anything to. It's just like you go with ink and you just find the drawing with scribbles. Excuse me. So I found this in the scribbles, and this is how we do. This is how we're doing these. Put all the super fine details and stuff in there first, then go over it with marker, and it still remains very vibrant and punches the color up. And it's very, yeah, and you can actually add on if you want to punch the color up even more with a darker line on top. You can do that. But I find this series, I think we're into like maybe 32 or so of these. I find the series very calming. Like, it's just one of those ones where you just kind of go and just have fun, you know? But again, it's part of the giant zombie collection, man. Like, it's another facet of it. of which there are many, and a lot of new ones this year, believe it or not. Like the zombie cryptids, the zombie inanimate objects, the um, what else? These guys, the live stream heads or live stream the black and white sort of spontaneous drawing live stream things. What else? The insects, the zombie insects. I had done zombie insects before, but never like in a proper series, so to speak. Um, so yeah, I'm adding to the large pantheon of zombie insects I've already done with an actual more cohesive series that I've kind of done similarly on the same type of paper with the same materials. So yeah, it's more it's more cohesive, than the random insects I would like that I've done over the years type of thing, you know. I remember doing a zombie mosquito once. That was like a great sort of intro to spring. Post that around in springtime, yeah, because it's gets brutal out there, man, with the mosquitoes. So yeah, zombie mosquito. Poof. Other ones too. I can't recall. I can't recall, bro. I can't recall. But many, many more spiders too. They're not insects, but they'll do. Yeah. So this is again a very fun. It's a testing ground too. So like this, like the Heads of the Living Dead. So I would like test out different um, zombie effects and see how they worked. See how easy or hard they were to do, and how effective they were. And these kinds of things are a great testing ground for that. Because you're kind of just doing crazy areas of rot and decay, and you know, it's almost like anything goes, right? You can almost put anything in there and disguise it as another little piece of flesh or gore or ripped tendon or something, right? I mean, and normally you're going to juxtapose that with actual, um, you know, learned, methodology too to draw those things, or in something like this, really doesn't matter. But you want to usually juxtapose your wild detail things with some actual real, carefully drawn stuff like a bone or something, adding credibility to that sort of scattershot, underground fun detailing and rendering, kind of like I'm doing here, basically. And yeah, I really like this series. I find it very fun. Like I said, it's very relaxing. You just go and have your fun and create something, putrid, man, like weird, and you just have fun doing it. Like anything goes with these guys. So, if you want to do stuff like this, to sort of have fun and create like maybe a little series, uh, yeah, you can actually do like anything, like unicorns or bunny rabbits or frogs or anything, right? But just do them in a million ways. Do them in a million different styles. You know, keep it fresh, man. You know, keep it fresh. Yeah, some cavities, of course. I like drawing the teeth with the like with the bottoms like rotted right down, like kind of like this. You can't really see it there, but yeah, a little bit. Anyway, yeah, I like doing that. Got a bunch of holes in them and stuff. Holes in them and stuff. Just checking the chat. All right. There we go. Hope you guys had a great week. You are in the studio with Rob, the zombie guy, Sachetto, Mr. No Days Off also. Happy to do it. Happy to do it, man. Happy to do it. Zombie Daily every single day. Every single day I draw the zombie. And add new drawings, new drawings and paintings to Zombie Daily. You can check that out. There's a link below. Finally doing work on YouTube for folks to see. Been asked to do that forever, but never had the capabilities to kind of do it, or the technology or understanding of the technology at the time, but have since embraced it and love it. Love being able to show you my process for the various things I do. Have some insight into what happens in my studio here. Doing customs, doing zombie portraits, the process therein, and the joy I get from doing it, that I hope to, pass on to you, and have you either enjoy, just watching me draw, or draw yourself. Do your own, your own daily or weekly drawings, man. Set a goal for yourself. Get down to the dollar store, buy some very affordable art supplies, a little sketchbook. A little sketchbook. What do you call these? Mechanical pencils. Mechanical pencils. Why? Because you don't have to worry about sharpening where your, pencil sharpenings go. You don't have to worry about that. Plus, it's got a built-in eraser. You don't need an eraser. You want to travel light. You don't want the art to be a problem. You want the art to be easy to access and not in your way. So travel light with it, right? Mechanical pencil has all the things. Plus, you got your leads in there. Your leads. Still call it leads. I'm old. So graphite rather in there, and it's all in one little compact thing, right? And then your sketchbook, get a wee little one. Don't get a big one that's intimidating. If that's your outlook on it, get a little one you can control, right? And draw little things, man. Draw little doodles, little observational things. It's fun, man. Honestly, it uses an entirely different part of your brain, and while that part of your brain's engaged, the rest of it can have a mani pedi or whatever, relax, hit the sauna, whatever, and get that energy back, recharge that energy while you're observing and or concentrating on something creative. It's a completely different set of brain brain cells, man. But drawing really helps that. Take your mind off awful things, or pressing things, or anxiety, things like that, man. For real, it really helps. It really helps you concentrate on something real, So that will divert your attention in from the bad things, or the exhausting things, the negative things. I hate saying bad things, but just negative things, it's very different from any other therapy, man, for real. It's not really, and again, it's not a therapy. It was never meant to be. It just is. It wasn't born that way. It became that And it has become that for a lot of people, which is great. And that's why I love to have more subscribers, guys, because I just want to reach a greater audience and try to spread that message of the love of art, So yeah. I just find it not. I don't find it productive to be withholding or not trying to reach more people. Like I've tried for so long, and people often call me, like, say that I'm like one of the most underrated artists ever. People have said that to me, and I wouldn't say that unless I heard that happen, because I have no idea what the perception of me is, other than, oh, there's an artist guy there. You know what I mean? But yeah, you hear things, and it's crazy. You hear things, and they're very flattering things, and it's hard to believe, but I could never think of them. I have to hear them. You know what I mean? Even if I hear something from like one person, but usually it's far more than that. So I'm very honored to be known and recognized and enjoyed. So just want to thank all my fans for that, and hopefully you subscribe to the channel and help that part of it out. That would be great. That would be really great. Really appreciate that, guys. Yeah, and thumbs up the video too. That is really important. I find a lot of people watch, but not a lot of folks engage with the thumbs up, with the positive and not even a positive review. You're just hitting you're hitting the like button, basically. So yeah, that's really important. So if you remember, try to do that as well. That really helps. Again, it really helps jettison you into the algorithm. The important algorithm. You gotta worry about that all the time. So I just did a review of Sukon. It has garnered many views. It's still being viewed right now, which is awesome. Thank you guys for watching that. It was it was an interesting con. And doing another one this weekend at the Radisson. It is UltraCon. I'm going to be there as the zombie guy, and bring all of my zombie prints and the zombie handbook. Man, I'm gonna have that on hand. Yeah, man, I'm gonna come fully loaded. I've got tons of new prints that no one in Sudbury has seen yet. I haven't done a proper con here in Sudbury for a long time. I don't want to say years, but definitely more than a year. Yeah, it'll be good to get back to the community again. Like, boy, I haven't seen everyone in so long. So yeah, next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend. UltraCon Sudbury. Oh, I can't pronounce that handle, man. It Chirox. Itachirox. I'm so bad with that. My eyes are like, since I'm focused here, the screen is like all blurry too, and I'm like, what is that? It is cool to see your process. I saw you working on things at the Sukon too. Oh, okay, cool. It's crazy how much the algorithm continuously changes. Yeah, I didn't get used to it. No, it didn't. No, it didn't used to be this hard before. Um, is there many convention? Is there many conventions in Sudbury? I don't think I've looked into it before. You know what? To be honest, not many. There used to be. What was the name of it now? Uh, oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of it now. But we did have one that that was pretty well established too, and then they were like, oh, it's going to be on hiatus, and it's like, well, okay, somebody else is going to fill that void, right? So they have, and good. So other than that, Northern Game Con, that that's a biggie, and that's going to be in the fall, I think. Um, like maybe October even. But that's a great one. That's coming up, but that's about it. Yeah, there's not that many in Sudbury. Like we have kind of these mini cons, but they're sort of like Witches and Weirdos does sort of like fairs and cons kind of, but I don't know. Like they're sort of themed, and yeah, like it's hard to know what the success rate of those are. I haven't done one. I used to do a lot of them, but yeah, I haven't done one in a while. I think the law of diminishing returns kind of hit, like not just for me, but on the whole, for those particular events. So I don't know, like I want to do like a bigger one because they have bigger ones that they do. There's going to be another mall one that's coming up in the Hammer Valley Shopping Center, which I'm booked at. I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be like Hammer Days or something like that. So yeah, but glad to have seen you in the Sioux, man, and I'm really glad to be talking to you, man. On the live stream. Yeah. So I hope I answered your questions there. It's crazy how much the. Yeah. You know what? It used to be way different. Starting out. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. And like putting out real content and not just like opinion videos or like reaction videos or things like that. I know there's a million artists that do this kind of stuff, but again, I kind of think that they give that more priority. I don't know. I don't. I'm not in charge of nothing, so I'm just in charge of this and me. So we're back to doing Siren Head. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna start with the delicate lines first. And we're inking, man. And I think this is going to generally be the tone of it. Um, I might put a few splashes of color here and there, but I think this is pretty much going to be like after it's inked, it's going to, take a different appearance, of course. But oh, mustache, woodshed, tool shed. There. He's got a siren for a head. Yeah, and you sort of add a little bit of extra when you're inking, since you know the terrain, you've been there, like, once you sort of become more confident in in your everything, basically, you know, because you know it'll work. You've done it before. You know the terrain, you know. You've been there. You've done that. Siren Head. There's that Siren Head. You mean Siren Head? Eat douche. Dooged. Oh, Flatchy rocks. Oh no, it's okay. I literally have gummy eyes. It's fine when I'm drawing, but if I'm looking over there, it's no Ida Chirox. I can read that. Still good to see that there's a few over there. It's pretty much the same here with the Antiques and Junk fellow that hosts one or two of them. Yeah, man, and that's why again, like people in the Sioux are great. Like they go mad, but it's electric when I go to the Sioux. It seems like people are actually excited, and I love that so much. Sometimes you go to places like even in Toronto, especially where people just sort of shuffle their feet around and they're super uninterested by looks of them and stuff, and they'll buy stuff and things, but they're just not like they're kind of like who cares. But in communities where there's not a lot of these events, really, really bring it, and I love that enthusiasm so much. You know, and don't get me wrong, like I love every fan. I don't care like if they're seemingly nonplussed by things or whatever. But yeah, it's always nice to have enthusiasm, and I try to encourage that as much as I can, um, in meeting people. So yeah, yeah, you did, and oh, that Siren Head looks good. Oh, great, great, man, great. Thank you so much. Also, I'm the fellow that commissioned you to. Oh, good. Oh, right on for the Springtrap piece. Yes. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. I get lost in tiny details when I draw always. Yeah. Thank you so much for your custom order. I was mentioning it earlier and said that I'm gonna try to do it. If I can't do it next Friday for next Friday's live, I'd like to do it Thursday, like the day before. Um, So that might happen depending on when that con ends on Friday. I don't have the times yet, so probably we'll be getting that Wednesday. I'm gonna say. So yeah, I'll know then. I know it's like the day before, but that's kind of the way the organizer works, which, I don't care. I really don't care when you give me the information, unless like it's vital to the me being there part, you know. But otherwise, it's usually common sense times, right? Like it's not going to start at 7 in the morning, you know. So yeah, so you have time to load in and all that stuff, you know. Anywho, yeah, conventions, yes. We don't get much of them. We don't. There's not. There's oh yeah, Enemy North Fan Expo. Boy, I I'll never do that again. I'll never do it again. But the community are more personable. Yes, absolutely. Sounds good. There's no rush. Wishing you the best getting that done. Getting into that con. Yeah. Thank you, by the way. And I would like to work on it next, either, like I said, Thursday or Friday night, depending, doing it on a live, depending on the con schedule, which I don't have yet. So, yeah, looking forward to that con. It's another 3-day one, so it's a long haul, but at least it's in Sudbury, so which is great. I live close by, so yeah, that's a good thing. Um, what else? Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, that con. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't done a big one. Oh, you know what I was gonna say? There's a stupid comic book con that comes by every year. They call it Sudbury Comic Con, and it's just some dude who goes from town to town and does one every weekend and calls whatever cities in that city Comic Con. So that one comes to Sudbury, but like I don't go to it. I don't think Comics North goes to it either. So like yeah, it's lame. I'm not saying the people that are vendors there are lame, by the way, but I just I find those dudes who do those things operate that way. I don't dig. I just don't dig that. So yeah. But no, I'm not saying the vendors or anything or the artists that go are lame or nothing like that. I just want to make clear. But go to whatever con you want to go to, man. You know, yeah, absolutely. There are a few that I will not go to anymore, and yeah, that's kind of when I do that, it's kind of forever thing, you know. So yeah, there is no regrets. But yeah, there's a lot of great cons, man. You just got to look for them, and unfortunately, you have to sometimes drive to them and stay in the same city for a while. Um, I don't mind doing that. I just I don't look forward to doing that. It's not something I enjoy. I like doing 1-day cons. You know, 1-day cons for me are the best. I find. You know, like super surprisingly. Uh, you're welcome. And what was the experience with Fan Expo? Was it poorly run for the Artist Alley? No. You know what? I did that con like maybe I think it was 2009 for about 5 years. Yeah, I think 5 years. So I'd go every year, and every year it got worse and worse. I went there, and like I had gone there after just writing or putting out like writing and penciling or writing and doing the art for the Zombie Handbook, basically. So doing the Zombie Handbook. Um, I went there the first year, which was 2009, I think. My Yeah, I think it was. And there were lineups for my work, man. I was getting interviewed. I did incredibly well and had never really done many cons before, and kind of went there completely independently as a vendor, not even an artist alley or anything. I had like 2 tables of stuff. of merch, like prints and things. Um, so yeah, I did that, and and then it got way, way, way out of hand, like expense wise. Uh, like it went to like $1,000 or more for a table. And then even Artist Alley was like, and I mean, it's just crazy. Like, I don't have to do those types of cons. Like, you have to live in Toronto for like 5, 6 days. You know, like I don't want to do that. I like I'm like I'm still, despite my age, I'm still pretty like mobile and can do cons. You know what I mean? Like I can set up and all of that kind of stuff. If I can't do that, I can't really do cons anymore because I'm not going to ask people to like do stuff for me. You know, because that's a huge burden, and that's a huge burden. And no, I wouldn't do that. But since I'm able to do cons, I'm gonna continue doing them. But I'm not doing things like that. Like that is just, it's too much, man. Like, and there's no reward for it. You know, um, like I'd have to sell everything I have just to break even because all my prices are super low. You know what I mean? And I'm not changing that. I might have to, but I'm like, that is not a thing I think about ever, like changing my prices. You know, I may wake up one day and go like, okay, seriously, I can't afford to do prints like that cheaply with sleeve and blah blah blah. But I doubt that time will ever come. And in the time that I'm doing cons, man, yeah, Toronto and stuff like Fan Expo. Yeah. So anyway, what happened was, yeah, I thought, yeah, yeah. So it got progressively more expensive. Uh, we were somehow affiliated with Rue Morgue in their horror section for a couple years. For that area, that Rue Morgue horror area, booked this family uh that just had like, it was like, and I don't know if anybody else was doing this, but like nobody in the horror section was doing this. They had like just junk to sell, like a flea market, and they were like right next to us with kids, like little kids and strollers and stuff. And I was like, what? How in the hell did these people get a table or like this corner thing? Like that was absurd, and like they should not have been there. And I was like, you know what? This is and it was. I said it was the last time I'm doing this con. Uh, like to get in and out was like just maddening. And then, like I said, you gotta live in Toronto for a few days, So anybody like fortunate enough to have relatives or friends they could stay with, it's great. But even that's like a hell of an imposition. Like you're almost there for a week, and it's a weekend, right? So anyway, man, I don't know. I ain't doing it anymore, and I feel fine about that. If I go, you know what? I'll go back on one condition. I'm a guest, and I'm totally taking care of that, and like I'll do it, but I ain't doing the vendor artist alley gimmick anymore. In fact, I never did really do that there either. It was more in that Rue Morgue area. Yeah, yeah. At first, it was I was completely independent. I guess I was just deemed a vendor there because it was the zombie handbook, sure, but I think there was prints and stuff. I think I had prints and stuff too. You know, so yeah, it was a long time ago, man. Long time, like 2009. Oh my goodness, the world was literally different back then. You know, you know. That's so frustrating. Yeah, yeah. It reminds me of people that vend and have 3D printed things that aren't original. Oh, Yeah, and it's just a mass produced. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't really know that. Coffee gives you the mung mung mouth. Reminds me of people that then did have 3D printed things that aren't original. Yeah, that's pretty weak, I guess. I didn't know. I thought everybody's stuff was like kind of original, but I guess yeah, you can get the code or whatever it is that does that, right? And it's just mass produced stuff, or they do. Oh, well, you know what? AI crap. No, you know what? Well, I guess it's hard to really, depending on what kind of organizer you are. It's kind of hard, and what kind of yeah, it should be checked out. Like so, when I was at YetiCon, they actually did throw two people out. I think three, maybe even, but one for positively sure, and then somebody told me later there was someone else that was dismissed because they had AI influenced stuff. So thankfully, I haven't seen any of that slop at cons uh, in my travels yet. But again, like I sometimes I don't get far out of my table space, right? Because I'm there by myself most of the time, you know. So yeah. Anywho, yeah, I like doing the smaller ones. I really do. Most of them are in hotel ballrooms or whatever, and the load in load out is easy. So yeah, there's so many benefits. Plus, again, like you go into a town that doesn't often have things like that, and they're really excited. They're really excited. So I love that. I love that energy so much. You guys can see that, right? I'm gonna maybe pull it down a bit. Siren Head. It's Siren Head saying that. It's Siren Head saying it. Yeah, he is terrifying, man. Think about it. And again, like I said, I don't know the lore, but it seems to me that it would be easy to explain. How this creature became, like, I mean, in science fiction terms, or whatever, like mythologically maybe too, in a way. That could be an angle as well. So it could be a shapeshifter again that decided that this was the most um, beneficial shape to take to ambush, food. Yeah, ambush predator, man. And very gnarly, man. Very gnarly. We're heading into the weekend, guys. I hope you had a great week. You are in the studio with Rob, the zombie guy, Sachetto. I have been drawing zombies since the dawn of time. I have drawn more zombies than any human on planet Earth. Um, and to prove such wild accusations about myself, check out Zombie Daily, where you'll see all of the arts that I'm talking about. And enjoy it. Enjoy it. Do it. Uh, oh, really? I'm glad they're throwing people out for doing it. Yeah, man. Me getting two. It's a really cool character. Bless Trevor Henderson. Yeah, yeah, for creating this absolute beast. Yeah. Trevor Henderson, thanks for that shout out. I forgot his name, but again, Canadian lad to boot, and like when I see the imagery, which is unfortunately all I've seen so far, all I know really about the creature so far. It's always in that northern setting with the pine trees and stuff, and the sunset and all that. So great imagery, man. Really great imagery. It sticks in your head, like it sticks in your head, and that's kind of the same thing that I kind of did with zombie portraits. Like all of them have that silhouette tree background with yellow, so it's like Dawn of the Dead kind of idea behind it, and it totally works when like it pops the portraits, man. The portrait actually really pops with that background. So again, like using color theory and things like that to really uh, uh, create memorable imagery, man, is highly appreciated. You know, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's all kinds of weird little markings and craters, craters. And like I mentioned earlier, there are a ton of versions of this character already. As I find, with many characters nowadays, like I'm trying to zombify characters, and I find it very difficult to find the definitive version of stuff now. It seems like as soon as something comes out, like everybody's got their own version of it, and it's like, okay, which one is you know? So I guess the art of that Trevor Henderson guy, is that what it is? Trevor Henderson, yeah, Trevor Henderson guy, uh, must be the definitive version. You know, Yeah, the rustic colors that becomes more haunting and gives it great depth. Yeah, you know what I might do is actually it's great you say that because I think what I might do is do have a white background version and then do an orange background, like a bright orange background, and actually see how much it pops off that orange background. I think that'd be really cool. Like so present both of them, and yeah, because I'm gonna, of course, do a heavier holding line on everything. So having an orange background might actually be really cool. Like that sunset type of idea, motif, if you will. The rustic colors, yeah. You know what? Thanks for noticing, man. I really appreciate that. That is a huge. I love that. I love it when folks notice the details. And it's not a speed run, man. Art is supposed to be appreciated, talked about, lost in, pondered, experienced, and take your time with it. Take your time with it. And I love it when people do and notice the wonderful things, the subtleties. Whether something is incredibly detailed or not, there is real value in there to seek out and enjoy. So yeah, take your time, and like I said, I love it when folks point out those subtle, sensitive things that you've done. You know, so that's great. It's I, I don't know if other artists feel the same way as I do about things, but I don't know. A lot of artists I see talk about stuff seem kind of, I don't know, not really excited about things. I don't know. Um, and mind you, I haven't seen a lot of artists' interviews or things like that. But I don't know. I get really excited about talking about things like, you know. So yeah, it sickens me. No, pop culture and stuff like that interests me greatly, greatly. You know, and like I said, I really want to do some research and find out more about this Siren Head creature because yeah, I find it very intriguing. Love putting these the spinal column on them. Oh yeah, that's great. Works so well. I don't know if he has this uh, thing. I don't know if he has the spinal column showing in the art. I don't remember seeing that. It seems like he would. He seems like he would have, you know, the visible spinal column. Maybe not this big, but I'm sure it's there. I don't think I've seen him from behind. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So I put the spinal column in there, thinking, yeah, he probably does, or would if zombified. Hope you can see the drawing a little better there, guys. It's what you came for. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. I like that. It's a Guillermo del Toro creature kind of body type, you know, like that creature with the hands, eyes, hand eye guy or whatever from the Mitch McConnell looking creature from what's the name of the movie? What's the name of the movie? I have it. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, those kinds of crazy, you know, like the creatures he did too for Hellboy. You know, they weren't necessarily Mignola like, but they were more Guillermo like. You know what I mean? I thought anyway. I don't know. Would have a different perspective on it, but and I'm not saying they're bad. I really like them, but they're kind of more a Guillermo creation, I feel, than a thing that you'd see Mignola draw. Like, I mean, he could do his interpretation of it, but it doesn't look like his original sort of creature design. You know, I could be wrong. I don't know. Just didn't feel like it. Felt more, yeah, Guillermo inspired than Mignola. Mignola. I found that Crooked Man on DVD and bought it, man. Yeah. It has some cool parts, man. I think people crap on that movie too fast. I think it's pretty good. Let's check the chat there. Yeah, everyone has their own version of a character. Same with Springtrap too. Yeah, there's the version from the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 and the version from the game Dead by Daylight. Oh, yeah, that's right. Exactly. Art is fun to lose yourself in. Yeah, I enjoy taking my time doing art. It's very relaxing. It is. It is. I'm glad that you find that. No, it's good to see artists being excitable about their work. Yeah. Hey, man, it's true. Like, I get excited about drawing anything. Like, every time I draw something, I want to share it right away. and sometimes and oftentimes I don't, because of scheduling and things like that. But otherwise, I'd be showing art every single like hour of the day. I'd be like, oh, I just finished this. You know, the spinal column is fitting. Honestly, it makes it more gruesome and scary. Yeah, I think right. It kind of it seems like a no brainer that would happen. And like I said, I'm not sure if the original has it, but I put it in anyway because it seemed to make sense. Yeah. So, and again, it's a different viewpoint from the most, like from the ones you see the most. I wanted to kind of make my own. And again, I got the elements. So this is the rough. That's the rough. You know. Yeah. Chomp, chomp. And then added those kind of more realistic elements to it with the sirens. Sirens. Quiet, sky boy. Silent, sky boy. Siren boy. Yeah. I find it seems more like a creepypasta because of that elongated, all that stuff. But I love the idea of it being a cryptid because, like I said, it makes sense to me that it could be a thing. It could be a cryptid. You know. Yeah, there we go. And I'm a guana put that in there. Say no to drugs. There. Yeah, now the weird, again, these feet are totally my own invention. Because this, okay, you'll actually see. You know what? I think I threw out the other page. Anyway, yeah, I didn't draw the feet. So I had to do that on another page, which I actually threw out, and created the feet separately. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could like make it way taller. But I mean, I have to watch myself. I can't like do like giant pieces for Zombie Daily. Like that's insane. I have to like keep them relatively. This is a 9 by 12, so it's still pretty big. You know, but yeah, I could easily do go for doing this a lot larger. You know, because yeah, but I'd want to show the details as well. Like I want to show the details as well. You can't really do that, when the thing is like this, but only this wide. So I think crunching them down like this was a cool idea because it's a different stance, and you get to see more of them. You know, because I find most of the reference is just basically him standing or whatever. Yeah. Uh oh. Hapichu! How? You done? Okay. Oh. Uh. Oh, neat. Love how you did the research from doing the square like mouth to the rounder one in the final. Yeah, yeah. Again, like you kind of make those changes. And I've seen this. I've seen those other kind of sirens too, and I kind of like those. But for this, I thought it would be kind of cool to, you know, use the round the I use the round ones. Yeah, yeah. I thought it was better doing these kinds, these is kinds, and then putting a vein in there and things of that nature. Yeah, making it more organic. And then yeah, the wires. Gotta hit up those hands a bit more with some more descriptive detail. Detail, or rendering, as the rich would like to call it, as the rich rendering. Yeah, doing some rendering uh, with kind of like dot dash lines and dashes, giving it that textured sort of appearance um, in the shadow. In the shadow. Bless you. Thank you, man. That really means a lot. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Um, yeah, man. Looking forward to going back to the zoo too. Yeah, whenever that is, I think probably one more time before the end of the year. I'm pretty sure. Want to see the peeps. Want to see my peeps. I really do. I love going there. I love Barry too. Barry's a great place. Um, I don't know if they have any cons there though. Yeah, you think they would? I would probably go to a con in Barrie. I think it's far enough from Toronto. Like if they had a day con, yeah, I would definitely consider doing that, man. I have a dear friend that lives there as well. It'd be nice to maybe just see him too. Do at a con. We used to kind of see each other at cons when I was in town. You know. Yeah, making up the physiology of this character too. Kind of. I guess I am really taking a lot from the reference, but you know what, man? Really going at it myself. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of remembering what it looks like and going, okay, well that's all I need to kind of do this. I'm not using any reference whatsoever, right? So there's nothing around here to for me to do but like create my own thing, based on what I saw originally. Um, so these feet too are probably very different. I actually added more like kind of appendages and things. Um, yeah, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes over. I think it looks cool. I think it actually looks appropriate. Like we were saying earlier. It seems to fit like the spinal column thing, too, right? So yeah, 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 all kinds of crazy, and musculature too is really warped. Um, like I'm making these calf muscles like really weird and gnarly, man. Like that's how I describe this creature. I think gnarly is a great, gnarly, man. It's a great adjective to explain or describe this character, this creature. Gnarly. You're welcome. Yeah, normally they do one in October here too. Yeah, that's right. Because Mike and Beth used to do them in the Sioux. I haven't talked to the new organizer about that yet, but will. Hopefully they do because yeah, everyone loves that fall one too, as do I. It feels really fitting, like you could hear this creature shuffling its feet in the woods while you hear the ominous noise from its head. Yeah, man, like this is, and that's why I really love this because I really know a lot of Canadians know too about the woods and being in the wilderness in a forest. It can get scary, man. I remember getting lost a couple times. Like I never got scared though. And I mean, I'll tell you when I'm scared. I have no problem saying that, but I never got scared that much being lost for some reason. I don't know why. I always felt like I'd know my way home eventually because I couldn't get that lost. But who knows? I could be really wrong about that and die out in the bush one day. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Don't take my word for that. I just don't remember being scared, like being lost in the bush. I always found my way back. So. But it is a scary prospect, absolutely. Being lost is a tremendous mental shot. It's awful. Like you feel completely helpless, because yeah, because you don't know where your home is, and that's devastating, man. And you think about how you're going to eat something if you're hungry or whatever if you can't make it back in time or ever, So yeah, man, that's a scary prospect. That's a scary prospect, you know. And then the fact that this thing is out there, yeah, man, it's pretty scary, man. Uh, you hear those sirens. You'd hear those sirens, like and they're all sort of like off key, maybe. You know, yeah, that is creepy, man. That is creepy. But that's great. Like that's great. Like it's a great concept. And again, I can see how it's explainable if it were a cryptid. You know, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you could there are any number of ways it could be a thing. So yeah, I like that. I like that idea. You know. So yeah, this I really like this, man. It has a really strong direction. Like you go from its backside all the way up and then past its where you'd expect a head, but then it's this giant pole. I love that. You can look around the creature um, and understand it. It's well you know uh, realized, and illustrated. So you kind of there's not much guesswork in the drawing. It's fairly complete, you know, and well done, well illustrated, proportional. I could go on. Oh, uh, uh, uh. I'm the same. I always loved the adventure of getting lost in the bush and finding my way back. But some bigger forest places do sound unsettling. Yeah, you know what? I thought, oh man, around here, like I've been like I used to live literally. I was a bush kid, man. because we lived on the Kingsway here, which is Highway 17 through Sudbury. So couldn't play in the front yard because you get hit by a car maybe. So the backyard was nothing but a hill, and I lived in that hill. Like that was me as a kid. I'd pretend I was like Zorro and stuff, and I did all kinds of crazy things up there. Hiked all day, all the time. You're just doing that as a kid. And then when we moved, when I was 10, uh, I lived at the creek. There's a creek nearby within about 20, 15 minute, 20-minute walking distance. So I lived there. I was like always in nature, man. And I loved that. I loved that. I loved walking so much, and adventuring and stuff. So yeah. Uh, but yeah, if I, you know what, like you see some of those murder shows where people go missing in a forest and stuff. Yeah, that I don't think I could handle, man. I don't like that's different. When you're lost there, like you could be going in the wrong direction for like days, you know. Whereas here, you're eventually gonna probably find civilization or at least hear it, you know. So you could go towards it, you know what I mean? But yeah, those kinds of places, I wouldn't say I'm walking out of that easily, you know. So yeah, I'm not like an expert hiker guy or anything. I've just done it a lot when I was a kid, and a lot when I was an adult too. But yeah, like I love nature despite it, you know. And because of my childhood, it's true, man. It was a lot of fun being out in the bush or in the hills. Hills have eyes. Yeah. Discovering things. I love that, you know. And it really does, really does help you draw too. Like for real. Like if you have a really close um, proximity to nature and you've been in nature, it really does help you draw because you know what those textures feel like, um, or at least you can sort of interpret them in line because you've actually felt them. You know what I mean? So you know what that texture sort of should feel like, when you interpret it in line or in paint or whatever, right? So yeah, that really does help a lot being in nature and understanding it too, and watching it and observing it and learning from it. You know, I always had like pet frogs or toads, so I would have to go out and get them. Food, live food. So I was, going around the neighborhood in empty lots and like turning up pieces of wood and stuff, finding crickets and all that kind of stuff, and then feeding the frogs that way if I didn't go to the pet store or whatever. So yeah, like you just get this, you're in nature all the time in that sense, right? You're always going out and doing that kind of stuff, right? So I used to bring a sketchbook with me and just draw a different plant life or insects I saw in the bush too. I did a lot of camping out at Pancake Lake. I think you mean out at Pancake too. Same. Loved collecting salamanders and frogs. Yeah, man. Like uh salamanders, oh my goodness, I could tell you so many salamander stories. Man, I know that sounds like ridiculous, but yeah, like the only place I was able to ever find salamanders is one place close by my house. Like I've been everywhere. Like I said, I lived in the swamp, lived in the hills, and never saw salamanders anywhere. But one day, finding food for the frogs, while going out finding food for the frogs, I lifted up some stumps and or like some wood that was sort of stuck to the ground, and yeah, wiggling around, little salamanders. They look like worms at first, and then yeah, I discovered they were salamanders, and I'd never seen them anywhere else, man. Like I was saying, like being in all these places, like and going to like Fairbanks. There's a Fairbanks park, which is like right in the middle of the wilderness, basically. Too. Never saw any there. You know, would see crayfish and all that kind of stuff, um, and little minnows and frogs and things like that, but never salamanders. Um, so which is weird, man. Very weird. Turtles too, you know. Um, would see lots of turtles around, and then you know beavers and beavers and muskrat, things like that. All kinds of cranes. Love the crane. Cranes. Love the cranes. Yeah, love the cranes. Seeing those things, it's just, they're huge, man. Majestic birds. Very very cool. Would see them at the crick, at the creek. Yeah, minnow trapping, man. Minnow trapping. We be minnow trapping. Minnow trapping. We be minnow trapping. Yeah, man. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna add a little yeller. Add a little yeller. There. Just a wee. Just a wee. Just to warm it up a wee bit. And that, yeah, yeah, and this. Oh, getting down with the drawings there. That's we had to find. It's hard to find salamanders now, eh? Really hard to come by for some reason. You know, I think, and the first thing you kind of think of is like, oh, they're dying off because you know of environmental reasons, and I'm sure that there's an element of that to it for sure. But I find a lot of wildlife, whether it's documented or not, I don't know, but I find they all seem to share a cycle, not the same cycle, very different cycles, but cycles nonetheless. And it's like, holy cow, I'm seeing like a billion leopard frogs now, like everywhere, like not just at one place, but like you know, you walk through the grass, oh, leopard frog, okay, cool. And then you don't see them for a long time, and then they kind of come back, and you're like, huh, I wonder what you know why that is. And like I know spring peepers are fairly consistent, but sometimes again their numbers seem to be less. I didn't hear that many of them this year. A lot of other people in other areas said they did, but I didn't hear that many this year, and I was kind of surprised, you know, because I always do, you know, especially because it was so wet. It was so wet, you know, around these parts and everywhere really, and it still is. It still is. So that's probably probably why a lot of other people heard them. Yeah, they come out in weird cycles. I've noticed that too. Same with cicadas. Yeah, cicadas for sure, right? Cicadas are the well known. Oh, we're gonna go to sleep for 17 years. We'll see you. Peace out. Then then they come back. You know, some have a shorter one, like it's 5, and then some are 3 or something like that. But they definitely, and then you know, frogs too. Some frogs are like that. I find definitely, and a lot of insects, man. Like you'll go, I haven't seen an earwig in 2 years. Then there's like a billion of them. you know. Yeah, yeah. So I find this is the year of the ant for me. There's lots of ants around. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just maybe I'm noticing them more, but nonetheless, yeah. Like you kind of notice some species of insect or frog or salamander, maybe even. Uh, yeah, they kind of do the cycle thing, you know. Yeah, that's coming along, yo. Yeah, that is coming along. See, like I said, I'm putting an extra like appendage there. Yeah, totally made up those feet, but they seem. And yeah, I've seen the feet. I've seen the feet of this thing, but and I'm sure these are very similar. But I did, you know, kind of make these up last minute. I threw the actual paper away. I just needed it for a second. It was a piece, like just a scrap piece of paper, and just sort of finished off the legs that I had drawn on the other sheet, you know. So it was like lots of pieces in this one. Coffee times. Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah. There. There, how about it? There's a boat. Okay, almost ready for the thick holding line and but first, want to get a little bit of color in there, but not too much. Not too much. Oh, you know what I would like is some sand. Yeah, is this sand? Is it? Yes, it is. Sand. Yeah, it's not too intrusive, and it gives a nice little okery dokery feeling to the proceedings. There. Yeah. And if I want, I can actually darken it a wee with some gray. There's some gray. Oh, get the gray. Give me a dose of the gray. I'm feeling it from last night. There. And or maybe some blue. Maybe some blue. Uh, uh, I've noticed an uptick in ants too, and wasps. Yeah, and strange cycles for insects, mammals. Yeah, like I like the brown. It blends in with the trees in the forest. Yeah, it's an ambush predator, right? So, like a lot of frogs and a lot of things in nature, it wants to like blend in right with the surroundings, and that's again, I find that a really cool thing about this character, this creature that was created. So yeah, it's wicked, man. There's a lot of cool lore that could be, and again, like I don't know the lore. I don't know the current lore of this thing, unfortunately, but I'm definitely gonna investigate. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna investigate further, and hopefully enjoy the results. I wonder how close I am to the actual lore and the stuff that I've said. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder. I'll check. I'll see. I'll see because I'll do I'll do some digging into the character, go down the character rabbit hole, and check it out. Check it out further. I like doing that, if I have time. And again, tonight I just didn't have time to do more research. Uh, the only the only research I did was um, read headlines that came with the examples of it, and that was it. Like, so none, you know. Yeah, not enough, not enough to understand the character. But seeing it, um, seeing the reference, I got a pretty good handle on, you know, what it was about, what it was all about, and the fact that I knew that I read that it was an ambush predator, um, kind of made me go, oh, that's cool. Like, I like that concept in in the reasoning for the Siren Head. That's brilliant. I love that adaptation, right? So, and it totally makes sense. I like it when stuff makes sense too. I know I'm a sucker for that. I'm a sucker for things that make sense. I know. Movies these days, I watch them. I'm like, I would never have let that plot hole be there, or those 10 plot holes be there, because I kind of sit there and I go, like, how does the audience react to that when you do that? It's not a good thing, boys. It's not a good thing. You're making movies, like, you just hear these awful, like, endings to stuff, and you're like, man, how did you lose touch with your audience? Or how did that even get to where it is when you didn't have an ending for it? And you just slap some crap together. It's kind of shameful, really. And here I am sitting here like I'm nobody, and I'm like, oh, I got to make sure that in my story that nobody could just go, hey, well, why did he just do that at the beginning, and the story wouldn't be a thing. Those kinds of blaring plot holes, like, I want to avoid. But it seems like most movies I watch now are like, they just don't care even about their own rules that they establish within their own lore. Yeah, exactly. Continuity, man. Got to have some continuity in there. And I don't know. I like, if there isn't, I kind of check out, man. I kind of check out. I'm like, well, if you don't care about your thing, why am I doing it? Why am I sitting here watching it? So yeah, unless that's the gimmick. But no, I mean, most movies, they're gonna try to be like, oh, what did I just watch that was like so awful? Um, oh my goodness, and it's a guy, it's a guy who I really like as an actor too. Um, Mr. Nobody or something. He's this government agent, but like he's a surveillance guy. He's like a desk guy. He just surveils. He does computer stuff, and his wife and kid get killed, I guess, and he wants to go after the killers, and he what does he do? He kind of runs circles all over everybody because he's like brilliant, and he ends up killing the people anyway. And I can't remember the name of it, but it was awful. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It was just bad, like so bad, man. Why? And you want it to be good. But yeah. Anyway, I find most movies are like kind of like that nowadays. It's okay. There's tons of movies I haven't seen that I like to see, you know? And there's tons of movies I continue to like to watch, tons of movies. So yeah, that looks pretty cool, guys. What do you think? Yeah, that looks. I like the results. I'm liking the results. That was hit or miss. Yeah. Have you seen the Knives Out films? Yes, I have. There's some of my faves from the past few years. Yeah, those are. Which one didn't I like? It was no. Wait a minute. Was that even a Knives Out? Well, yeah, it was a Knives Out one. I don't think I like the second one. For some reason, but I love the first one, and I really enjoyed that last one that they did with the priest guy. Yeah, I really like that one. That was great. So I think there's only three currently. Um, but yeah, Daniel Craig is great in those, and yeah, you're right. Those are fun. I like those. Yeah, I don't know why I don't even consider those when like I just feel like everybody sees them, so I don't even like really talk about them because I think everybody's seen them. You know what I mean? But yeah, those are great. Those are great. My guilty pleasure is those Angel is Down or what's uh the ones with Gerard Butler, man, and he's the good guy. I really like those. Like I find those actually like really well done for what they are, and they're super actiony, man. Yeah, they're really good. I've seen all of them at least once. I don't know if I'll ever watch them again. Maybe. They're fun. They're good. They're guilty pleasure type movies. I find. Yeah, I love movies so much. Like I collect movies. I've collected movies for years and still do. You know, and enjoy it and enjoy watching them and owning them, man. I like owning my stuff, not renting it. Yeah. And yeah, it's dead media, whatever they want to call it, I guess. But you know, I love collecting stuff. No, I'm not a hoarder guy, but the difference between hoarding and collecting is entirely organization. It is. It is. Ugh. Guys, we're almost at the end of the drawing of the thing, the Siren Head zombie. I hope you've enjoyed this live stream. I am the zombie guy, Rob Cicchetto. Please subscribe to the channel. Would really help and really help us rise up in the algorithm of it all and help me reach more folks and do more videos. So won't you help me attain those levels of fame, fortune, just by clicking. It's all free. There. 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 Yeah. This does look super creepy, man. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I am digging it. I hope you guys are enjoying the drawing tonight. Siren Head in the studio live with me, Rob Cicchetto, the zombie guy, with the largest collection of zombie art on planet Earth. This planet. The movie or the planet? The Broadway musical. Gulp. Uh, Yeah, it's a series. Yeah, I don't know why that second one. I don't know why that second one. I think it was the ending I didn't like or something. I don't know, but there was. So I did see it, but yeah, I wasn't fond of it. But yeah, those Angel has fallen, and Camelot has fallen, and whatever Paris has fallen, or whatever. Like there's a few of them. There's like maybe three or four. And they're just fun action movies, like, but they're really well done, like really well done. So I enjoy those. You know, they're well crafted. They're well crafted, and they're kind of like the Bourne movies. Like like those movies I find were really well done. So this is like kind of in that same quality range, you know. So adding some blue, very subtle blue in there. You can just sort of say, oh, is there blue in there? Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. What are you gonna do about it? So we got, what are you gonna blue about it? So there we got some blue for the areas that are, and you know what? The nice thing is the pencil crayon goes so well on that surface. It is, yeah, it's dry on, well, it's dry on wet, but I mean, you know, the wet is the, you know, dried up watercolor paint. Yeah. So adding those little touches in there, subtle things, subtle clarities. Yeah, very subtle stuff. And then adding a little more shadow. I will create a whole army of shadows. Spider-Man. Yeah, there's some nice, you know, rendering and color and stuff, nuts and bolts, things of that nature. I'm gonna put some red in there. Red in there. Let's do that. The gums. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be wrapping it up in a few moments. Thank you so much for stopping in, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the chat. That is awesome. Keep me company here in the studio. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Hope to see you again soon. Hopefully, be in the Sioux in October if that happens. And yeah, looking forward to that if it happens for sure. But yeah, thanks for stopping in, man, and thanks for the chat. I've been doing this creature Siren Head as a zombie this evening for you guys to watch live in the studio, and I am Rob Cicetto, the zombie guy. Zombify everything, and it just so happens that tonight our live is the Creepypasta slash cryptid. I like to think it's a cryptid. I feel that it's a creepypasta, but I like to think it's a cryptid. Siren Head, man. Yeah. Apparently, and this is another weird thing too, supposed to be adapted into a movie. So yeah, look out for that. That seems very interesting, man. So yeah, doing a zombie version of this creature Siren Head. Having a blast. It's almost done. What time we got? 11:30. Started at 9, so 2.5 hours for Mr. Siren Head here. For those of you who ask, hey man, how long does those usually take? Looking at my prints at cons, people always ask that. I know I'm going to get it at least once at every con. How long does it take for you to do those? So to be honest, I never really do because I usually have so many things on the go at once. But since I'm doing these live streams, it's all kind of timed out. So I kind of know. And I would, for this one, I'd put an extra half hour on for the rough and then transferring it on to the, better paper here. So 3 hours, man. 3 hours for this guy. For this dude. Yeah, Siren Head. There, you seem a little better there. I like the results. I really think it turned out great. I think it works as the thing it's supposed to look like. That's a really good thing. I'm just gonna add some little highlights here. I like the texture. I like the physiology of it. Some of it I kind of made, and some of it was in the reference. I just took the cues from the reference and kind of, went with it. Yeah, not really even. Not using reference at all because I did the rough, So, yeah, the texture and everything, it was just stuff I remembered, Yeah. Yeah. Meh. I think we are donezo. Yeah, of course. It's been neat seeing your process while you work. Yeah, man, it looks awesome. Very fitting for the character. Honestly, I'm sure Trevor would dig it a lot. Yeah, I should find him and maybe tag him when I finally post this and see what he thinks. I was really delighted when Lunette, Allison there at the con was very very receptive, positively receptive to the zombie portrait I did of her and the doll. So it's nice to see that, man. It's very nice to see that, and I'm sure, like the creator of this, already acknowledges the fact that it's a horror thing, of course, right? So yeah, maybe seeing a version of it like this would kind of, he kind of enjoy it too, you know. I know I would. I like it when people, I would like it when if people drew Cape Fear or whatever, and I think that would be awesome. Like one of my own characters type of thing, drawn by someone else. I think that's kind of cool, So yeah, there we go. I think we got it there, guys. 10-4, good buddies. Yeah, I think we're done here. I think that's a good. Don't forget to put your name there. Rob Sachetto 2026. I think we're done, guys. It's It looks awesome. Very fitting for the character. Honestly, I'm sure Trevor would dig it a lot. Yes, thank you very much for that. Thank you so much for stopping in and checking out the live stream tonight, man. It was great having you, of course, and you're obviously welcome anytime and every time, as everyone is, and If you would like to engage and chat, that is fantastic. If you would like to watch from the shadows and just watch me draw and crack wise, then that is your prerogative. But either way, I hope you watch, and I hope you subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot. I've been Rob Cicetto, the zombie guy, drawing Siren Head as a zombie. I am now going to depart. Until next time. For the final reveal, check out Zombie Daily for the final reveal of Siren Head here. And it will be up soon. Zombie Daily, the link is in the description below. Got a zombie portrait at zombieportraits.com. Check out the Sick Store, sickstore.ca. Check it out. Do what you will when you get there. It's incredible. I'm gonna bid you all adieu. Check out the other videos on the Video Station channel, part of the channel. And you'll be delighted by those as well. Rob Cicetto signing off. The zombie guy says, best wishes and love.